Hey everybody, welcome to my Let's Play of The Outer Worlds. I am NH Paxton and I play the Things. Today we are playing The Outer Worlds. This is part 5 of our Let's Play series of The Outer Worlds, where today we're going to be making a moral choice that, well, basically impacts the entire fate of an entire planet. So, that's going to be first up on our list, but in just a few minutes. See you in a bit. Alright, it is time! Let's do this thing. There we are. How's everybody doing? Thanks so much for coming by. Really appreciate it. Let's get rolling. Hop right into the game. Boom. From the planets to your living room. I like to imagine that it's very much 50s like Fallout. Oh yes, I have yet another new headset. Trying this one out today for the second stream, just to see how it works, if it helps at all. It seems to be doing better for the audio from my microphone, so we'll check it out here if we can get ourselves an actual viewer. Alright, here we are, Geothermal Master Control Terminal. Now we gotta make a choice. This is where the decision ultimately has a great impact. Do we move the power to Edgewater and be a hero, or do we move the power to the deserters and be a hero? Do we choose either one and just get off the planet? Oh wait, we can't. Curses. Alright, let's make a choice. Redirect power. Yes. Power is currently being distributed to Edgewater and Botanical Laboratory. Redirecting power is an irreversible procedure. Please select the destination. Oh. When life gives you lemons, consider it a free trial from your friends at Spacer's Choice. Spacer's Choice. It's not the best choice. It's the only choice. Alright. Hey, Avi. How's it going? Blech? Blech is not a good answer. I don't like blech. I'm doing good, thanks. Just having to make this incredibly difficult moral conundrum on the game of deciding whether or not to kill a lot of people or kill a few people. This is a trolley problem. But I have to pick one. Yes, if it was you, tell me. I love you, Amy. Alright, I think we're gonna go with the Edgewater path on this one. We're going to save the cannery. Aw, thanks. Alright, there we go. Additional structure damage detected. Permanent power failure detected in the Botanical Laboratory. I know, I'm sorry. blatant disregard for spacious choice property has been logged. Please report yourself to your designated supervisor for an immediate reprimand. Thank you for serving the Spacer's Choice family. It was a hard choice, Parvati. Aren't you going to provide me any words of wisdom? Of course not. Spacer's Choice reputation increased. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Spacer's Choice are now revering. Ooh. Deserter's reputation. You think I chose wrong? Parvati probably thinks so too. Your words of wisdom are the words of wisdom, right? It's not the worst unless it's Borstwurst. Is my audio okay? Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. What do we got to do next? We got to go get... Yeah, that's my computer. That's the fans on my computer. That sounds like it's vacuuming. My computer fans are old. My RAM is older. I really need to do an upgrade, so if you can convince all of your fun friends to, you know, support me on Twitch and Facebook, that would be awesome. Yeah, now we're going to have the lag. Now we're going to have all the lag. Thanks, Avi. Hey! Buenas, Nahum. ¿Cómo estás, eh? People gonna be mad. Look, they still have power. There's not very much of it. No, please don't kick my computer like you did at Publix. That would not be appreciated. It does the best it can with what it has, which, to be honest, isn't much. She's just old. Yes, I know how you feel about tough love. Ah! I don't like Outlast. Outlast is a terrifying game. I don't like it.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit.
Whoa! Cannibalism much.
This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it? You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility.
You got it, Adelaide.
And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management. My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment.
Brutal.
Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear. You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together. Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth.
Somehow I don't believe that.
The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Edgewater Cemetery's got corpses aplenty. Enough for a generation's worth of crops.
Alright, I'm gonna take your loot. No, I'm not, because that's stealing. I'm gonna take the power regulator, though, wherever that might be. Done and done.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead.
Sure it is.
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I
That's
get
fair.
sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again.
So don't.
You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one.
Bang, bang, bang.
I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox.
Do the best you can.
It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater, and I'm as good as dead to her. You know where to find me.
Yes, I do. Alright, got him convinced.
I don't know what you did to talk some sense into Zoe, but I appreciate it.
Yeah?
The matter's been weighing on me. Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from slipping out in the first place. Used to say I could keep marauders from slipping in. I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. I'm loath to admit it. We're gonna have to make our peace with Topson and hope he takes us back. Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand, begging for our old jobs back. Well, Adelaide's not gonna forgive us. She never talked to us again. Sure, suit yourself. I'll be here.
Alright. Did the right thing for the most part. I think.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
Oh. I guess I gotta clear everything up first. Let's head back onto Edgewater. It's Community Center. There we are. Titus Androidicus with Burbage 2000. Burbage 3000. Blood and revenge are hammering in his head. Alright. Let's go talk to Topson. Convince him to leave. trying to remember if I can actually pull this off or not. Oh. Creepy smile.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So,
I've
when
not
can I expect
seen
them
it
back at their
lately.
posts?
I saw it a long time ago.
Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's Choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes. But I have done my best for this town. I am not without compassion for Abernathy's predicament, but the plague has taken a hard toll on us all. I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home. I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic. The very notion is just grotesque. A raw vegetable? Why don't you just ask me to go chew the bark off of a tree? We are a Spacer's Choice Saltuna cannery. We eat Saltuna here. and only
Hey!
Saltuna.
What's up, told you? It's good to see you.
I don't understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food, but that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanists couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got rid of them and shut down the greenhouse. You'll excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing
Oh
crops
yeah, I
in
understand
barren
that
soil?
entirely.
And when you say special fertilizer, you mean what exactly? What a remarkably efficient solution. Recycling Spacer's Choice property long after its date of expiration. I was wondering about those missing bodies in Silas's cemetery. You're right. I am being obstinate. If the best thing I can do
Yes.
for this town
Success.
is to stand down,
Yeah, the music for this game is fantastic.
then stand down I shall. If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way.
You're right, you won't.
My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me.
Everyone will be glad to see the back of you, Reed.
A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them. No such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the walls, or put in for early retirement. I do. Adelaide's found a cure for the plague, and she knows how to tend to crop. She's what this town needs. I have always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy.
I give you props for knowing what the right thing to do is. I personally can't believe I managed to talk him down. I didn't think you could do it without high enough lie. Alright, back to the botanical garden. Maybe. There we go. Bam, fast travel to the botanical lab. Faux windows adds beauty and verisimilitude to your frontier home. Order now. faux windows. Never would have guessed. Alright. Zoe's just chilling out over here. It's Thomas. There he is. Come on. Open the dialogue.
Sorry. I'm just trying to figure out what to do is all.
Come on.
What's on your mind?
Forget it. Let's go talk to Adelaide. The snake returns. Yes.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
I have, in fact, come back.
I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may.
17,000
You're
experience.
vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you
The
something
board
to leave us
reputation
be.
decreased.
It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward. This don't put us on even footing, you understand. But it is a start. I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden to carry.
That is true. Ding! Yes. Alright. So for now, we're going to hold off on melee. At least one-handed melee. 1, 2, 3. We need to bring up our dialogue capabilities and our leadership. Let's take the inspiration to 30, and we'll do dialogue the rest of the points. There we go. Nice. Yeah, that'll work. There we go.
What happened? Sprat fell into a transformer again? Marauders can't see us in the dark. Wild Canids, on the other hand. Didn't think she'd go back so long as Reed was still running the place. Something must have changed.
Something did change.
If Adelaide's going back to Edgewater, we'll follow her.
1, 2.
I'm glad Adelaide's coming back to town with us. With Reed gone, we're gonna need her leadership.
True story, buddy. Alright, that's the end of that. We've done everything we can on this Forsaken Rock. Everything is done. Comes now the power. I didn't botch any quests, which is a surprise, honestly. Turn to the unreliable. Very good, very good. Back to the unreliable it is. Mantis swarm examined. Huh. So they're baby mantids. Okay. Alright, here we are.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew.
Well, now you can.
I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling. Well, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back,
Yes, Parvati, you're coming along too.
What do you think? Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, ma'am. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Parvati's hilarious. I love it. Ha ha ha.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room. I could spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. Little else in this colony offers such a relaxing pastime. So, tell me what's on your mind.
I excel at confessional listening.
At confessional listening. I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Okay.
That's a good question. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
Yes, that was the intention, Toldu.
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track
Thank
the
you for the like,
Philosopher's
Mom.
off-world
Much appreciated.
destination. Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock.
Uh-huh.
I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
Very clever.
Thank you, Captain.
All right. Okay. Whew. I'm really curious to know what's in there. Let's open it. A light assault rifle. You are encumbered and can no longer run. Hooray! Encumbrance. Alright, well, we got a lot of junk, that's for sure. Let's do some breakdown. Two pristine grenade launchers. Jeez. That should do. We'll keep that for a while. Break that down. Break that down. Melee weapon skills +5. Ooh, tech skills +5. Very nice. One-handed melee +5. Hacking +7. Holy biscuits. I forgot to put that on myself. Oops. Okay. Now then. There we go. That looks a bit more professional. Look at a security terminal on the Groundbreaker. Very good, very good.
That was a good thing you did, Captain. Helping to bring the deserters and Edgewater folks back together. I hope you rest well on that.
Yes, the inventory metagame indeed.
That's on account of how I never met her. It's hard to miss what you never knew. I don't ponder it over much. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. The contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
Oof.
I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
I don't know if I agree with that, but...
He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
The tool he was thinking with was definitely not a wrench.
I'm just glad he's alive. That he's okay. I mean, when Mr. Thompson said he was fired, we all expected the worst. You mean about the mission being too clean? I know, but Vickers says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vickers sees is one that ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
That is very perceptive of you.
It just comes off cold to me, is all. Sorry. I know, it's none of my business. It's not like I think it a failing, mine. It's just I live right across the road. Most nights I watch folks out my window. When they come in here, they might be happy or sad. Mostly they're tired. When they leave, they're mad at themselves. Or they stumble into the alley and I listen to their hearts breaking.
Oh.
Maybe so. But we don't think on it that way.
I want Parvati's mission, but I'm not entirely certain how to get it.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community.
Oh, you're so welcome, Ada.
What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding, Captain.
Nice.
Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure.
Let's not have
Our
another
engine room
catastrophic
is
engine
located
failure.
behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
No more catastrophic engine failures. Okay. Ugh, lift the lockdown already, Ada. Jeez.
What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters.
Well, that's good news at
I am
least.
prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Off we go. I like how the engines just blow flames. Like, not the most reliable piece of hardware. Woo! We left the planet. Against all odds, the unreliable takes flight. That's funny. I mean, it is, named the Unreliable, so.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Yes, there are oars on the spaceship.
Aha, there you are, hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Unnatural drippage.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame.
Then we kill the board.
The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right.
Can they, though?
You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing
See you later, buddy.
on the
Have a good night.
Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience.
Aha.
Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb.
Perfect.
You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Culkelly.
Fine.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Alrighty. Let's go recover ourselves a thing. Adelaide's deserters dreamed of an independent life with the board, without board oversight. You taught them an important lesson. Never dream! Glorious. Ooh. An empty bin. What's it for? Good things. That's what it's for. Creepy. From you, Bedford. You Bedford, you Bedford, you Bedford. To you, Bedford. Oh my. Black market leads. Strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat. Sure fits the bill. Interesting. Okay. Ah, yes. Personal bin weapon. Weapon bin? Weapon bin. Personal bin weapon. That's what it is.
I like what you've done with the place. Kitschy collectibles are such a human inclination.
That's very true. Hey, Sam, I'd like to repair you, but I don't know how. Spacer's Choice Auto Mechanical. Even you have lag in your conversation? That's very frustrating.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Clean mean killing machine. Ha! Hey, what's up, buddy? Thanks for swinging by. Details to come later. Okay. Hey, ding ding. Man, I love level ups. So good. So very good. Let's see. Thanks, buddy. Really appreciate that. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's up this by 5. And we'll upgrade dialogue by 5. Great. Oops. Apply those changes. Switch to perks. What perks are we taking? Health? Yes, health. Bonus health 50%. Yes. Vicar Max can level up. How glorious. Increases 10 hacking. Let's boost that. Yeah. Let's switch your dialogue skills plus 5. No. Nope. Tech skills plus 5. There we are. And lockpick plus 5. One-handed melee plus 5. You know what? We're gonna give him the better helmet. Because it's a better helmet. What do you got? You have a sawed-off shotgun. We're gonna switch that over to the tactical shotgun. What? 19 by 12. Oh, it's got the... Okay, it's got the magazine size boost, so... There we go. Trick shot. Wow. Target takes increased plasma. Okay. Knocks the target to the ground, making them unable to take any action for a short period of time. Nice, nice. That is definitely nice. It's not the best armor. It's the only armor. Tech skills +5 or hack +7. Or hack +7. Lockpick +5. One-handed melee +5. We'll stick with this for now. And then his weapon of choice and plasma cutter. You know what? We'll give him back his telescoping staff. Yeah, that'll work. What's up, Parvati? Alright. Oh, it's 3 o'clock. I got about 20 minutes left of the day, so we're going to travel to... Where are we supposed to go? System map. Yes, 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 yes. Weapons from the Void. Acquire the silence weapon. Find an acid steeper. Roseway. Groundbreaker. Okay. Guess we're heading to the Groundbreaker.
We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
Oh, that was fast.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? See you soon, Captain.
Alright.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson. I was thinking that maybe I'd ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean.
Of course.
I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Nope, nope, nope. Alright. Select 2 companions. Yes, Vicar Max in his heavy armor with his book. That's great. Yeah, I'm up to 4 viewers. That's fantastic. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Really appreciate it. Drop a comment in chat and I'll give you a holler. Just waiting for that load time to finish up. All right. What are you doing?
Just checking your ship's manifest. Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
You are in fact in space.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses? He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming. Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little backbait brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. Get a trick.
Corporate armor. What was all that about?
Going for a stroll around the docking base? Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
That would be fun.
And I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
So you defend the honor of your team.
Exactly. I was only doing what any self-respecting Rangers fan would have done. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker.
I mean...
Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock.
Wander out of that
Wouldn't
ship.
happen to be yours, would it?
Actually, yes.
Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss.
Everything here is for steel.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Hey, it's Leonard.
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
Oh, bollocks.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on Destiny. I've just been trying to get things taken care of, and I find that Destiny has a never-ending kind of happenstance, and this does not, so... Take it back. I'm not Hawthorne, and that isn't my ship.
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker.
Ugh.
His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. Can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way.
Smart.
I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important. You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing everybody favors. Sure. Why not?
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Right, got that. Roger that.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade.
Nice.
Make sure you bring an empty belly. You noticed, huh?
I'm sharp like that.
What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not when it might impact their bottom line. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top and manifest processing fees with every one.
Wow.
Folks around
tell me
here
about
will
it, why don't
bluster
you?
that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them. You sure you didn't just step off one of the interstellar freighters? There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them, or you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that.
Makes sense to me.
It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we may do all right. So far, anyway.
Can you tell me about
He's
Udon?
friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison. Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year. Sure thing. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Jun Lei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
That's funny.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
If you're thinking to make a career here, don't waste your time. Full-time jobs on Groundbreaker tend to be inherited, or go to a fellow crew member's kid. Keep it in the family, you know.
That makes sense.
Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either. They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads.
Oh.
Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished.
Oof.
They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them. Are you pulling my leg? Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the board.
Mm-hmm.
Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are. Sitting around, drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself. Glad to help. All right. Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side.
Nice.
I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right. You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony.
I'm a fan.
Be seeing you.
Carry on.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering.
Bounty postings, huh?
Got a hot one for you. Captain Gunnar McRed. Just 26 hours old. The posting, that is, not the criminal. Allegations include several counts of flying under the influence, carrying open alcoholic containers, failure to pay docking fees, resisting arrest, and assaulting not one but 2 officers. Swerving in the air was more like it. Then he crashed hard into the dock and tumbled out of the ship and fled on foot.
Oof.
Spilled Rizzo's Violet Spectrum vodka all over Officer Hartley. An affront of its own, considering none of us are approved for anything higher than green spectrum.
Oof.
Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork.
He's got a flamethrower, if I remember correctly.
You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you.
Thank you.
Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post, I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell.
Look, I'm just trying to be
Understand?
nice.
I'm not here for a chat. Now get moving before I see you moved.
Okay, okay.
We're the security force here on Groundbreaker. Started back before the crossing, you know. The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Trailward
Detachment.
Fleet.
Makes sense.
Folks started calling us Mardettes because it was easier to say. Guess it stuck.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today? We can't just let anyone walk in here. I wouldn't be, well, it's not... We just don't. Maybe if you clear an open bounty and get in good with Commandant Sunita, or help Chief Tennyson fix this heat, that might warrant a thank you tour or something.
Oh, right. I forgot to pay the filing fee. That was 700.
I'm not allowed to file stuff,
bits.
ma'am. Oh, right. Okay. Mind you don't touch nothing. Fees or no, the other Mardettes won't take it kindly.
This is security. I can check the departures register to find out which crew the Scholar, shipped in and out with.
Wasteland. We're hearing things. No, seriously.
There it is. Just yank the drive, and I'll do the rest.
Confiscated goods. Security logs.
Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that Scholar I'm looking for ended up.
There's a lot of stuff in here. OSI prayer beads. Interesting. Plasma rifle. Ammunition.
Okay, keep it quiet.
Are we visible? No, we're not. A hatchet? Interesting. All right, Vicar.
Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to.
Oof.
Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities? Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding him. Was a bit of a long shot, wasn't it?
It was a bit of a long shot.
I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
Or you're a criminal. There's an awful lot of stuff to steal. Let's see here. And we have arrived at the promenade.
A hard cider.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Lots of unsavory types, huh? Wow. That reminds me. Let's take a look at our side quest journal. No. No. Hunt down and kill Captain McRed. Talk to Dr. Wanda Dorset. Use Parvati to Junlei Tennyson. Find an acid steeper. Switch to this for now.
Have you seen this man? Reward offers the information needed to capture.
Ooh, it's hot. Everything is
Thought there'd
smoking.
be more machinery. Must be housed on.
She looks like it's been warm for a while.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. I heard we had someone in impound. Wish I could help. I gave the bureaucrats a motive authority over freight traffic, and it rankles them good when I challenge it. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer is just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different.
Oh, thanks.
So welcome aboard.
Appreciate that.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could
Alright, man.
teach
Have a
me
good day.
some things.
I'll see you later.
I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. They want us to sweat, thinking that'll soften me up for a bad faith deal. If you'll excuse me, they can go fuck themselves.
Wow.
The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. hold on. There's something you should know before you go charging off. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Glorious. Alright, we're going to save right here, and I'm going to call it for the day. It is 3:30 and I've got to go. So, greatly appreciate everybody's time. Thanks so much for coming by. Really had a good time today. I usually do, but, you know, once off is better than no off. So, thanks so much for swinging by, everybody. It's been a good time. Catch you later. Bye-bye.